Good morning, everyone. You can remain standing or you can remain seated during this, but we'll do the 14 stations. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. These 14 steps that you are now about to walk, you do not take alone. I walk with you. Though you are you and I am I, yet we are truly one Christ. And therefore my way of the cross 2,000 years ago and your way now are also one. But note this difference. My life was incomplete until I crowned it by my death. Your 14 steps will only be complete when you have crowned them by your life. Jesus is condemned. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your cross you redeemed the world.
In Pilate's hands, my other self, I see my Father's will. Though Pilate is unjust, he is the lawful governor, and he has power over me. And so the Son of Man obeys. If I can bow to Pilate's rule, because this is my Father's will, can you refuse obedience to those whom I place over you?
My Jesus, Lord, obedience cost you your life. For me it costs an act of will, no more, and yet how hard it is for me to bend. Remove the blinders from my eyes, that I might see that it is you whom I obey in all who govern me. Lord, it is you.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Jesus takes his cross. This cross, this chunk of tree, is what my Father chose for me. The crosses you must bear are largely products of your daily life, and yet my Father chose them too, for you. Receive them from his hands. Take heart, my other self. I will not let your burdens grow 1 ounce too heavy for your strength.
My Jesus, Lord, I take my daily cross. I welcome the monotony that often marks my day, discomforts of all kinds, the summer's heat, the winter's cold, my disappointments, tensions, cares. Remind me often that in carrying my cross, I carry yours with you. And though I bear a silver only of your cross, you carry all of mine, except a sliver in return.
Lord Jesus, help us walk in your steps.
And now we see your sacrifice. The greatest gift, our greatest prize. Behold the Lamb of God. Behold the Lamb of God, who takes away the sins of the world.
Our third station, Jesus falls. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
The God who made the universe and holds it in existence by his will alone becomes a man, too weak to bear a piece of timber's weight. How human in his weakness is the Son of God. My Father willed it thus. I could not be your model otherwise. If you would be my other self, you also must accept without complaint your own frailties.
Lord Jesus, how can I refuse? I willingly accept my weaknesses, my irritations and my moods, my headaches and fatigue, all my defects of body, mind and soul, because they are your will for me. These handicaps of my humanity, I gladly suffer them. Make me content with all my discontents, but give me strength to struggle after you.
Lord Jesus, help us walk in your ways.
Nails in his hands, nails in his feet, a traitor's kiss upon his cheek, and his pierced heart now broken in two. Lord crucified for me and for you.
Our fourth station, Jesus meets his mother. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
My mother sees me whipped. She sees me kicked and driven like a beast. She counts my every wound. But though her soul cries out in agony, no protest or complaint escapes her lips or even enters her thoughts. She shares my martyrdom, and I share hers. We hide no pain, no sorrow from each other's eyes. This is my Father's will.
My Jesus, Lord, I know what you are telling me. To watch the pain of those we love is harder than to bear our own. To carry my cross after you, I too must stand and watch the sufferings of my dear ones, the heartaches, sicknesses, and grief of those I love. And I must let them watch mine too. I do believe, for those who love you, all things work together unto good.
Lord Jesus, help us walk in your ways.
Nails in his hands, nails in his feet, a traitor's kiss upon his cheek, and his pierced heart now broken in two. Lord crucified for me and for you.
Our fifth station, Simon helps Jesus. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
My strength is gone. I can no longer bear the cross alone. And so the legionnaires make Simon give me aid. This Simon is like you, my other self. Give me your strength. Each time you lift some burden from another's back, you lift as with your very hand the cross's awful weight that crushes me.
Lord, make me realize that every time I wipe a dish, pick up an object off the floor, assist a child in some small task, or give another preference in traffic or the store, each time I feed the hungry, clothe the naked, teach the ignorant, or lend my hand in any way. It matters not to whom. My name is Simon, and the kindness I extend to them, I really give to you.
Lord Jesus, help us to walk in your steps.
Eyes that won't see, ears that won't hear, lips that deny the friends once so dear. Slowly it turns and captures your eyes, then passes on to Calvary to die.
Our sixth station, Veronica helps Jesus. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because of your own cross, fully in you.
Can you be brave enough, my other self, to wipe my bloody face? Where is my face, you ask? At home? Wherever eyes fill up with tears? At work? When tensions rise? On playgrounds? In the slums? The courts? The hospital? The jails? Wherever suffering exists, my face is there, and there I look for you to wipe away my blood and tears.
Lord, what you ask is hard. It calls for courage and self-sacrifice, and I am weak. Please, give me strength. Don't let me run away because of fear. Lord, live in me, act in me, love in me, and not in me alone, in all of us, so that we may reveal no more your bloody, but your glorious face on earth.
Lord Jesus, help us to walk in your steps.
Behold the cross of Christ in our midst. All those who bear his wounds in their flesh, suffering for crimes of mercy and peace, signs of the kingdom on Calvary Street.
Our seventh station, Jesus falls again. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your own cross, you delivered the world.
This seventh step, my other self, is one that tests your will. From this fall, learn to persevere in doing good. The time will come when all your efforts seem to fail, and you will think, I can't go on. Then turn to me, my heavy laden one, and I will give you rest. Trust me and carry on.
Give me your courage, Lord, when failure presses heavily on me and I am desolate. Stretch out your hand to lift me up. I know I must not cease, but persevere in doing good. But help me, Lord. Alone there's nothing I can do. With you, I can do anything you ask. I will.
Lord Jesus, help us walk in your steps.
Stay with me, remain with me. Watch our children, watch and pray.
Our eighth station, Jesus consoles the women. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because when you are across the world,
How often had I longed to take the children of Jerusalem and gather them to me, but they refused. But now these women weep for me, and my heart mourns for them, mourns for their sorrows that will come. I comfort those who seek to solace me. How gentle can you be, my other self? How kind.
My Jesus, your compassion is your passion is beyond compare. Lord, teach me, help me learn. When I would snap at those who hurt me with their ridicule, those who misunderstand or hinder me with some misguided helpfulness, those who intrude upon my privacy, then help me curb my tongue. May gentleness become my cloak. Lord, make me kind like you.
Our ninth station, the third fall. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. Completely drained of strength, I lie collapsed upon the cobblestones. My body cannot move. No blows, no kicks can rouse it up. And yet my will is mine, and so is yours. Know this, my other self. Your body may be broken, but no force on earth or in hell can take away your will. Your will is yours.
My Lord, I see you take a moment's rest, then rise and stagger on. So I can do, because my will is mine. When all my strength is gone, and guilt and self-reproach press me to earth and seem to hold me fast, protect me from the sin of Judas. Save me from despair. Lord, never let me feel that any sin of mine is greater than your love. No matter what my past has been, I can begin anew.
Our 10th station, Jesus is stripped of his garments. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. Behold my other self, the poorest king who ever lived. Before my creatures I stand stripped, the cross my deathbed. Even this is not my own. Yet who has ever been so rich? Possessing nothing, I own all, my Father's love. If you too would own everything, be not solicitous about your food, your clothes, your life.
My Lord, I offer you my all, whatever I possess and more, myself. Detach me from the cravings for prestige, position, wealth. Root out of me all trace of envy of my neighbor who has more than I. Release me from the vice of pride, my longing to exalt myself, and lead me to the lowest place. May I be poor in spirit, Lord, so that I can be rich in you.
Stay with me, remain here with me. Watch and pray. Watch and pray. Stay with me, remain here with me. Watch and pray. Watch and pray.
Our 11th station, Jesus is crucified. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. Can you imagine what a crucifixion is? When executioners stretch my arms, they hold my hand and wrist against the wood and press the nail until it stabs my flesh. Then with one heavy hammer smash, they drive it through, and pain bursts like a bomb of fire in my brain. They seize the other arm, and agony again explodes. Then raising up my knees so that my feet are flat against the wood, they hammer them fast too.
My God, I look at you and think, is my soul worth this much? What can I give you in return? I hear and now accept for all my life, whatever with sickness, torment, agony may come. To every cross I touch my lips, O blessed cross that lets me be with you, a co-redeemer of humanity.
Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the tree?
Our 12th station, Jesus dies on the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. The cross becomes our pulpit now. Forgive them, Father. You will be with me in paradise. There is your mother. There your son. I thirst. It is complete. To speak, I have to raise myself by pressing on my wrists and feet, and every move engulfs me in new waves of agony. And then when I have borne enough, have emptied my humanity, I let my mortal life depart.
My Jesus, God, what can I say or do? I offer you my death with all its pains, accepting now the time and kind of death in store for me. Not by a single instant would I lengthen my lifespan. I offer you my death for all my sins and for those of all humanity. My God, forsake us not. We know not what we do.
Our 13th station, Jesus is taken down. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. The sacrifice is done. Yes, my Mass is complete, but not my mother's and not yours, my other self. My mother still must cradle in her arms the lifeless body of the son she bore. You too must part from those you love, and grief will come to you. In your bereavements, think of this. A multitude of souls were saved by Mary sharing in my Calvary. Your grief can also be the price of souls.
I beg you, Lord, help me accept the partings that must come from friends who go away, my children leaving home, and most of all, my dear ones, when you shall call them to yourself. Then give me grace to say, as it has pleased you, Lord, to take them home, I bow to your most holy will. And if by just one word I might restore their lives against your will, I would not speak. Grant them eternal joy.
Our 14th station, Jesus is buried. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. So ends my mortal life, but now another life begins. For Mary and for Magdalene, for Peter and for John and for you. My life's work is done. My work within and through my church must now commence. I look to you, my other self, day in, day out, from this time forth. Be my apostle, victim, saint.
My Jesus, Lord, you know my spirit is as willing as my flesh is weak. The teaching you could not impart the sufferings you could not bear, the works of love you could not do in your short time on earth. Let me impart and bear and do through you. But I am nothing, Lord. Help me.
Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when
You come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. I told you at the start, my other self, my life was not complete until I crowned it by my death. Your way is not complete unless you crown it by your life. Accept this moment, each moment, as it comes to you with faith and trust that all that happens has my mark on it. A simple fiat. This is all it takes, a breathing in your heart. I will it, Lord. So seek me not in far-off places. I am close at hand. Your workbench, your office, your classroom, your kitchen. These are the altars where you offer love, and I am with you there. Go now, take up your cross, and with your life, complete your way. Well, my brothers and sisters, we have walked with Jesus through the suffering, the death, and his crucifixion. We bring forward now our anguish, our suffering, and we unite it with Jesus' anguish and Jesus' suffering. We contemplate the great love that Jesus has for each and every one of us by dying on the cross for us. Today is a day of abstinence from meat. We have only 2 days of abstinence during Lent, Ash Wednesday and also Good Friday. It's not a day of rejoicing. Jesus is dead. So what will we do when one of our neighbours, our friends, our mum or our dad dies? We have a day of great quietness, if we can, to the best of our ability. I invite you to come back at 3 o'clock this afternoon and partake of our parish gathering when we reflect and contemplate as the community. We enter into Christ's suffering and enter into his death. Not as an end, but as a means to our redemption and to our new life. I offer you, if you'd like to, I'll stay behind and I'll be in the box for those of us who would like to go to reconciliation before we celebrate the great celebration of Easter. In saying that, I don't want you to be there for hours. So when you go into the box, be very mindful. There might be other people outside who want to go as well. So please keep it quiet. Just set 1 or 2 or 3 things. Doesn't have to be there, go on and on and on and on. I hope you get the message. God bless you.